Hi everyone and welcome back. My name is Claudia and today we're going to be doing a lovely Hatha session focusing on twisting and binding, really getting into the spine, using the power of the bind to open up the shoulders and release the tension from the spine and rotate it beautifully. So in Hatha we stay in the postures for about 4 to 7 breaths, getting to know the postures and staying in them with the breath, deepening each asana. So we're going to start rolling onto the knees into our child's posture. Place the knees out to the sides and you can allow the feet to touch down, sink down the hips. Move the palms forward and take a big breath. And as you exhale, releasing further down. Trying to root the hips into the heels. Now I want you to take the right palm and thread it underneath the left armpit, the left shoulder. Use the fingertips to reach the right palm a bit further over and sink down into the right shoulder. Staying here and releasing the breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Taking 7 deep breaths in and out through the nostrils. Final breath. And exhale, unthread the palm back to the top. Take the left palm and reach it all the way over to the right side, threading underneath the right armpit, sinking down into the left shoulder, reaching the right palm further to the top of the mat, and taking 7 full breaths in and out through the nostrils, letting the prana reach all the way in through the fingertips and out through the toes, getting the energy into the body through the breath. 3 more. Exhale, lifting up the torso, unthread the palm, come all the way onto the knees. Flip the feet out to the sides, sit back into your sitting bones, cross-legged. I'm gonna get a nice spinal twist. Inhale, reach the palms all the way up. Exhale, twist over to the right, place down the right palm into the lower back. Use the left palm to press away the knee. Inhale, lengthening the spine high. Exhale, twisting a bit deeper, looking to the back of the mat, taking 4 breaths. Using the breath to twist further back. Final breath. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift the palms all the way up. Exhale, twist over to the left side, right palm to the left knee, left palm behind the lower back. Inhale, lengthen the spine by pushing the navel and the spine together. And exhale, letting go, going a bit deeper. Taking 4 full breaths. Exhale, back to center. We're gonna open up the shoulders a bit. Inhale, lift the palms to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows, palms go to the back of the head. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades and the elbows together. Open up the chest to the sky. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, curl into the upper back. Let the chin come down to the chest. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. 2 more. And exhale, letting go. Place the palms in front of you. Roll onto the knees, coming into your tabletop position. Stretch out the right leg, keeping the toes tucked. Getting a nice stretch on the hamstring by pushing the hips a bit further to the back of the mat, using the palms to push away the floor, taking 4 breaths. Really using the toes to push away the floor for that stretch. Final breath. And exhale, release. We're going to do the same on the left. So keep the toes tucked, stretch the left leg, push into the ground. Use the tucked toes to really press away with the foot. 3 more breaths. And exhale back to center. Keep the toes tucked. Lift the hips to the sky. Walk your dog by bending a knee at a time, grounding into the root of the palm, using those fingertips for stability. Getting a nice stretch onto the hamstrings. 2 more breaths. And let's find some stillness here in the dog, trying to root into the heels. You can keep the knees bent in your dog or try and shift the weight to those heels. You're gonna take that right palm and reach it all the way over to the left ankle. Use the palm to open up by pushing the head here through the left armpit, gazing up to the sky, opening up that chest a bit further to the sky. Take 3 full breaths. And exhale back to center. Now take the left palm and place it over to the right ankle, gripping that ankle tight, reaching the chest all the way up to the right side, gazing to the right side of the armpit, using the palm to rotate the spine even further. Take 3 full breaths. And exhale back to center. Lift the left leg all the way up to the sky and place the foot between the palms. Back foot goes to a 45-degree ankle. And try and stretch out that left leg. Very good. You can keep the knee a bit bent or stretch it out a bit further. Root down the right palm into the mat and reach up that left all the way, gazing to the left palm for 4 breaths. Use the right palm for that stability. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Now ground into the right foot to create balance. Let go of the floor and place the palms at heart center. Create some more space by shifting that left foot further to the top of the mat and rotate that torso all the way up. Twisting into the core, into the spine by pushing the left elbow further back. Coming on to the high point of the back foot. Twisting for 3 more breaths. Now exhale, shift down the torso, allow the right elbow to fall into the knee. You're going to stretch out the right palm, pushing away the knee and reach up that left, getting a deep spinal twist. Very good. And exhale, letting go. Now we're gonna frame the feet and let the back foot come back to that 45-degree ankle. Place both of the palms over to the inner side of the left foot and start to reach the left elbow underneath the left knee. Find your left palm onto the lower back and release the right palm. You're gonna try and let the palms meet here onto the back, wrapping around the fingers, interlacing the palms. Rotate the chest up to the right side by pressing the right shoulder to the sky. Take 4 full breaths. And exhale, release the palms, press them into the floor. Move the left foot over to the left side of the mat and take a big step with the right foot to the top of the mat. Sink down the hips, let the heels point towards each other, palms to heart center. Use the elbows to open up that chest bone to the sky, gazing a bit up. Malasana, taking 4 full breaths. Getting the feeling of a sensation onto those hamstrings. Breathing with the posture. Noticing how it's feeling in the area that we're working with. And exhale, allow the right palm to come over to the right side. Stretch the left palm all the way up, pushing the left shoulder further back, bend the left elbow. Place the back of the palm onto the lower back. Release the right palm and come into that bind. Interlace the fingertips. Use the strength of the fingertips, pushing them together to really open up even further to the left side. Gazing up, take 3 full breaths. Very nice, and last breath. Exhale, releasing back, rotating the chest to the top of the mat, placing the palms at heart center to neutralize for 1 full breath. And exhale, left palm goes all the way over to the left side, hooking the knee around that elbow. Inhale, stretching the right palm all the way up and bend the elbow. Back of the palm goes onto the lower back. Release the left fingertips, finding the bind, interlacing the fingertips if it's possible. You can also keep them resting here, listening to your body. We're gonna try and deepen the twist with our inhales, taking 3 full inhales and exhales. Pushing the right elbow back, right shoulder back to really twist into your spine. Final breath. And exhale, release. Place down the palms. Lift your hips to the sky and walk back into that dog. Walk your dog. Stretch out the hips. Release the tension of the hamstrings. For 1 more breath. Now I want you to lift the right foot all the way up and place the foot between the palms. Let the back foot go to a 45-degree angle. Push away the floor to stretch out the right leg. You can keep that knee nice and micro bent. Root into the left hand and lift the right palm all the way. Rotating the torso and the chest over to the right side for 4 full breaths. Very nice. Now place the palms at heart center, finding your balance. As you lift the torso, you're gonna bend further into the right foot, coming on high to the balls of the back foot. Twist that right elbow further back to get a nice twist right from the torso all the way into the spine. Push the shoulder even further back. Take 3 full breaths. Exhale, let the left elbow fall down into the left knee. You're gonna Hook the knee around the elbow, reach down the left palm, reach up the right, coming into that deep twist of the spine. Take 3 more breaths. Allow both palms to frame the foot and let the back foot come back to a 45-degree angle. Place both palms over to the left side of the right foot. Hook the right shoulder around that right knee. Let the right palm, back of the palm, find its way to the lower back. Lift away the left palm and let the fingers meet onto the back, interlacing the fingers and the palms to open up the left shoulder to the sky, gazing over the left shoulder. Keep your chest open. Take 4 full breaths. Final breath. And exhale, rotate back the chest. Palms goes into the floor. Now you're going to start pointing the right toes over to the left side of the mat. Allow the palms to come to the middle of the mat, finding that wide-legged twist. Root down the right fingers, the right palm, and lift the left all the way up, using the palm to squeeze into the mat, to rotate the spine a bit further. Let the left palm fall a bit more back. Take 3 full breaths. And exhale, left palm back down. Now ground into that left palm. Lift up the right, push away the floor to get that full, deep twist. Let the right palm fall a bit further back. Take 4 full breaths. And exhale back down. Let the right foot come back to the top of the mat, aligning here with the top. Place down the palms, frame the foot. Step into your downward dog. Very good. Now I want us to cross our legs. So let the right foot come all the way over to the left side, crossing it over the left knee, and let the left foot come over to the right side. Walk the feet closer to the palms. Keep those knees nice and twisted together as you start to sink your sitting bones into the floor. Use the fingertips to guide you safely down into earth, coming into a Gomugasana, keeping the knees stacked and the heels are pressing a bit into the hips. The toes are pointing out to the sides. Now wrap your index and your ring finger around the right big toe. Start to twist the body over to the right side. Hook around that toe as you stretch out the leg. Begin to reach the right palm to the back of the mat, gazing to the right palm. Taking 7 full breaths. You can keep the knee a bit bent if you have to here. Feeling that hamstring, feeling how the spine is twisting as you deepen with the breath. Final breath. And exhale, bend back into the right knee. Place down the right foot, letting that heel come back, pointing into the hip. Now you're going to reach the palms all the way to the sky. Release the left foot and start to stretch out that left leg to the top of the mat. Take 1 more inhale as you lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist the torso over to the left. Place down those palms. Use that right elbow. Hook it around the right knee and gaze a bit further back. You can stay here in this twist and you can even come even deeper by beginning to wrap the right elbow around the right knee. Allow some space to let your left palm wrap around that lower back, interlacing the palms onto that hip, gazing over the left elbow for an even deeper twist. I'm gonna take 5 breaths. And exhale, letting go of that bind. Place down the palms, bend the left knee back where it came from. Reach the palms up. And exhale, roll back onto the knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips to the sky. We're gonna come back to a neutral position with the feet, and this time allow the left knee to cross over the right, place the left foot over to the right side, and place the right foot all the way over to the left, making sure that those knees are nice and crossed together. Move the feet further to the top of the mat and let the palms follow along. As you start to really sink down into the sitting bones, keeping those knees crossed, use the palms to guide you safely down, and let the heels come down to the hips, and the toes are pointing out to the sides. Now this time you're gonna take the right index and the ring finger and hook it around the left big toe. Start to twist the chest over to the left side, stretching out the left leg, gazing all the way to the back of the mat, taking 7 full breaths. Keep your knee micro bent to protect the knee if you're feeling a bit of pain, or you can stretch it out a bit further, finding your way, taking 3 more breaths. And exhale, bend back into the knee, place down the heel, finding its way into that hip. Now inhale, reach up the palms. And exhale, allow space to stretch out the right leg. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale, twist the torso over to the right, place down the palms into the floor, using the fingertips to push away the mat to get a deeper twist. And you can stay here in your twist or go further into it by hooking the left elbow around that left knee, finding the palm onto that hip. Release the right palm and try and interlace the fingers, interlace the palms, using the strength of that bind to push the right shoulder back. Take 5 full breaths. And exhale, releasing slowly back to center. Unhook that left foot from the right knee and come into a cross-legged position. Inhale, reach up the palms to the sky. Exhale, let the left palm fall over to the left. Reach the right palm over the head, taking 3 full breaths. Inhale back to center. And exhale, place down the right and stretch the left above the head. 3 full breaths. And inhale back to center. And exhale, letting go. Now stretch out the legs. I'm gonna roll all the way onto the back. Push the right knee into the chest with an inhale. And exhale, use the left palm to guide the right knee over to the left side. Moving the left hip a bit more over to the right. Now try and hook the index and the ring finger around the right big toe and stretch out that right leg. You can keep the knee a bit bent or stretch it a bit further to get that full extension of your hamstring. Sink down into the right shoulder and take 5 full breaths. And exhale, letting go of that big toe, letting your knee come back into center of the mat, and stretch out that right leg. Bending into the left knee, squeezing it into the chest with an inhale. And exhale, use that right palm to guide it over to the left side, letting the right hip come a bit further over to the left. And you can hook that index and ring finger around the toe and stretch it out using the space that you have. And sinking back into the left shoulder. You can even look over to the left side. Take 5 full breaths. And exhale, letting go, rolling back onto your back, stretching out both legs. I'm gonna give the knees a nice squeeze into the chest with an inhale, rolling all the way with the forehead up to the knees, curling into the spine, taking 3 full breaths. And exhale, sinking down the shoulder blades, stretching out the legs, releasing the feet, releasing the hands. Let the palms face to the sky. And letting go of the body. For 5 full breaths. Very good. Now we're done, and I thank you guys so much for joining in on this Hatha for twisting and binding. I really love being here. I love having you here, and I am so happy that you decided to share your time and your energy with me today. I hope to see you again soon, and thank you for joining in. Bye.